Hello guys, how are you today? So for the Math AMS quiz, I'm just gonna go like really quickly, like absolutely fast. I'll try to explain it as good as possible. Which of the following is true about the graph? So you take the one with the highest exponent, minus 3x cubed. If it decreases with bounds, right? What does this mean? If we have minus infinity, minus 3, minus infinity to the power of 3 will give me a positive answer, so it will be positive. But if I put a positive infinity, it will give me minus 3 plus infinity to the power of 3, it will give me a negative answer, okay? So this is what it means. Decrease with bounds, minus infinity, increases with bounds, positive infinity. You substitute it in the highest exponent with the coefficient. We move on to question number 2. We've done this before, so they're asking us for vertical and horizontal asymptote. We check the numerator and denominator. In this scenario, look at the numerator and look at the denominator. The numerator is less than the denominator. In this case, directly, the horizontal is what is y is equal to 0, horizontal. And for the vertical, it's going to be the denominator equal to 0. Now, if the numerator is equal to the denominator, then denominator equal to 0 is for the vertical, and numerator over denominator is for the horizontal. And then if numerator is equal to denominator plus 1, we have an oblique asymptote, okay? So in this scenario, we need the vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote, because 1, this is x to the power of 1, x to the power of 2. You take the highest powers, you compare them. 1 is smaller than 2. In this scenario, numerator is less than denominator, so we directly have a horizontal asymptote of y equals to 0, and the vertical asymptote is the denominator, x squared minus 64 equals 0, so x equal plus and minus 8 for the vertical asymptote. Question 3, you need to check all of the answers. You see that our x-intercept is at minus 3, right? What does this mean? This means we need to find an option where we only have x minus 3 as a possible root. These don't work out. We're only left with here x equal minus 3 and here x equal minus 3. This will not work out because x squared equal minus 9 is impossible. It will give us imaginary roots. So that's why these two are possible options. But we do choose this one. Why? Because if we chose this one, it would have a stationary point at x being minus 3. So we will not choose this one because it's not a stationary point, it continues increasing. So this is why we will choose this value over here. We move on to question number 4. Okay, very important question. What's the value of W0 minus W1? What is W? W is the integration of 40x over 2x squared minus 1 to the power of 2. How do we do this? First of all, integration, right? We need to bring everything to the numerator. We don't deal with anything in the denominator. So unless it does not have x. So it's going to be 40x, right, times 2x squared minus 1 to the power of minus 2. Directly, I will change this into what? Into the integration of 40x u to the power of minus 2 dx. If I have u, I would not want to see dx. So how do I get rid of dx? Dx is equal to du over the derivative of what is u. So u is 2x squared minus 1. Take the derivative of 2x squared minus 1. What's that going to be? That's going to be 4x. So dx, we can substitute it now by du over 4x. X and x cancel. This and this cancel. So now we're left with 10 times u to the power of minus 2 du. Now we integrate as usual. So 10 does not have anything with it, so we leave it alone. 10 times u to the power of minus 2. Now, how does the regular integration go? If you have integration of x, it's going to be x to the power of n. So the integration of x to the power of n is going to be x to the power of n plus 1 over n plus 1. So it's going to be u to the power of minus 2 plus 1 over minus 2 plus 1. So it's going to be 10 times u to the power of minus 1 over minus 1. So it's going to be minus 10 plus times u to the power of minus 1. So minus 10 over u. Okay, now we can substitute u. What was u? U for us was 2x squared minus 1. Now what do? One time we substitute 0, one time we substitute 1, but we forgot something super duper important, which is the plus c. We should always put plus c, unless there is boundaries. In this scenario, there is no boundaries. So because there are no boundaries, you put plus c, okay? So now we substitute minus 10 over 2 times 0 squared minus 1 plus c minus what? Minus 10 over 2 times 1 squared minus 1 plus c. And after solving, you will get the answer, which is what? Which is 20. We'll move on to question number 5. What does it say? The region bounded by the x-axis and the y-axis is shaded in the diagram below. They want the area. Now, as you can see, the area comes from this equation, y equal x minus x squared over 2. Now, what do we do when it comes to something like this? We'll need to find the points of intersection with the x-axis. What does this mean? This means our y should be equal to 0. So we need to find, first of all, our x-intercepts. How do we find the x-intercepts? By making y equal to 0. So if we made y equal to 0, it will be x, of course, x minus x squared over 2. Then take out x as the common factor. So x times 1 minus x squared over 2. Sorry, not x squared, or 1 minus x over 2. So that means x is either equal to 0 or x is equal to 2. This is after solving, I will get these values. Perfect. So now, what does this mean? This means I need to first find the area of this over here, and then I will add it to this area over here. Now what do I notice is that this is decreasing over here, so that my answer is going to be negative, but I don't take it negative. I need to put it in the absolute value, so it will be positive. Now what do I do now? I have x minus x squared over 2. I need to integrate it. I integrate this alone and I integrate this alone. From my integration, it's going to be x 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. So it's going to be x to the power of 2 over 2, because you follow x n plus 1 over n plus 1, minus x 2 plus 1 is how much? It is 3 over 2 plus 1, which is 3 times 2. So this is going to be 6. So this is what the integration looks like, and we don't forget to add plus c. Now, what do I have? I have my boundaries. What are my boundaries now? I have one time my boundaries to be 2, 0. Oops, it's okay, ChatGPT surprised us a bit, that's fine. But anyways, we have the integration to be what? To be 2, 0, one time, right? And the second time, it would be what? It would be the integration of 3, 2, okay? Now, whenever we have boundaries, we don't put plus c, so this is why I removed my plus c. Now, what do I need to do? I need to do integration of 2, 0 here, so it would be 2 squared over 2 minus 2. Oh, wait, I forgot to explain this, my bad. How do you deal with integration? First of all, you substitute the higher value first and you will subtract it from the lower value. So it's always going to be b minus a if the integration is b minus a, always. Right? So it will be 2 squared over 2 minus 2 to the power of 3 over 6, okay, open brackets, minus 0 to the power of 2 over 2 minus 0 to the power of 3 over 6, okay. Now, this we can put it in what? We can put it in absolute value. Okay, so I put my answer into the absolute value. Then what did I have? It's in addition, because we're adding to get the total sum. It's in addition to what? It's in addition to 3 to the power of 2 over 2, right? Minus 3 to the power of 3 over 6, minus 2 to the power of 2 over 2, minus 2 to the power of 3 over 6, okay? And don't forget to put them in the absolute value. So if I put it on my calculator, absolute value, 2 squared over 2 minus 2 to the power of 3 over 6. You first put this in a bracket. After I put this in a bracket, what do I do now? I do minus 0 squared over 2 minus 0 to the power of 3 over 6. Then I will add this absolute value to another absolute value, and where I have, you open the first brackets, 3 squared over 2 minus 3 to the power of 3 over 6, right? And then minus the second brackets, 2 squared over, oh, it doesn't fit anymore. It's okay, I'll do this one first and then I'll add it to, so it will not fit on my calculator. That means I need to do this first. My answer will be 2 over 3. Then I will add 2 over 3 plus absolute value of, open brackets, don't forget to have your brackets open, 3 squared over 2 minus 3 cubed over 6, close bracket, then minus, open bracket, 2 squared over 2 minus 2 cubed over 6. So I put it on my calculator and I will get a final answer of 4/3. So my answer for the value of k should be, what should be 4? Okay, so we're back to the natural territory where we should be. Okay, what is the value? The value over here should be 4. Okay, so the value of k should be 4. We move on to question number 6. They want us to integrate this. You integrate this alone and this alone. This would be x to the power of 4, because n plus 1 over n plus 1 over 4 minus 15x to the power of 3 over 3. So 15 over 3 is what is 5. So minus 5x to the power of 3. Now what do? I put the integration of 2 minus 2, right? These are my boundaries. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 2 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 5 times 2 to the power of 3 minus, these are brackets by the way, not absolute value, minus 2 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 5 to the power of minus 2 to the power of 3. Put it on the calculator. 2 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 3 minus 2 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 5 to the power of minus 2 to the power of 3, and then close the brackets, and you will get your answer to be what? You will get your answer to be minus 80. We'll move on to question number 7. The region bounded by the x-axis, and okay, they want the area of the shaded region. So how do I find the area of the shaded region? By looking at my graph, I only have two x-intercepts, which are 0 and 4, right? These are my only two x-intercepts. Since this is my scenario, what will I do? I will directly resort to the integration factor, right? Integration factor is what? Is x to the power of 3 over 4 minus 2x to the power of 3 over 2. We will need to do integration for this. We first start with this one. It will be x to the power of 3 plus 1, which is 4, over 4 times 3 plus 1, which is 4. So it's going to be x to the power of 4 over 16 minus 2x to the power of 3 over 2. So minus 2x to the power of 3 over 2 plus 1. How much is that? I think it's 5 over 2. Yeah, the power of 5 over 2 divided by 3 over 2 plus 1, which is what? Which is 5 over 2. This will need to simplify it a bit more. So 2 divided by 5 over 2, how much will that give me? That would give me 4 over 5. So I can put it as 4 over 5. Okay, now this is what? This is the integration. This is the value of the integration. What do they want from us? They want to find the value of the area. So what are my boundaries? My boundaries are 4 and 0, right? So that means, what will I do? I'll put in absolute value for sure, because area is always supposed to be positive. Then I will open my brackets. I will put 4 to the power of 4 over 16 minus 4 times 4 to the power of 5 over 2 over 5 minus, then again 0 this time, so 0 to the power of 4 over 16 minus 4 times 0 to the power of 5 over 2 divided by 5. So I'm gonna put it on my calculator. 4 to the power of 4. 4 to the power of 4 over 16 minus 4 times 4 to the power of 5 over 2 over 5 minus whatever that is, and it should give me my answer to be what? To be 48 over 5. So what is my value for k? My value for k is 48. I go on to question number 8. What does it tell me in question number 8? They want the integral of this, and it's a definite number, right? So how do I find the integral of this? So we could either do a really long process, or there's another way. But in my opinion, I prefer to do the long process, just to be safe, okay? So let me do the long process first. Integration of 5 to into 10. You need to take the integral of this. So how do you integrate it? It's going to be 10. This is x to the power of 0, so 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. So it's going to be 10x, okay? So it's going to be now 10 times 5 minus 10 times 2. What's that going to be? 10 times 5 minus 10 times 2. That's going to be 30. This is one way to do it. Another way to do it would be 5 minus 2 will give me 3. And then I do 3 times 10, and I will get my answer to be what? To be 30. That's question number 8. We'll move on to question number 9. The area of the region enclosed by the curves y equal this and this is k square units. What is the value of k? They want us to find what the area of curves enclosed by this and this. In order to do this, we'll need to find their intersection, right? So let us find the intersection first of all. Right, we need to find their intersection. So how do we find their intersection? We make them equal to each other. So 2k squared plus 1 is equal to minus 2x plus 1. So you move everything to the side, you get 2x squared plus 2x, and then plus 1 minus 1, which is 0, is equal to 0. So then 2x, take it common, x plus 1 equals 0. That means x is either equal to 0 or x is equal to minus 1. These are the two intersection points, right? Now we need to see which curve is higher. How do you do that? You just choose a random point. So I could choose my x to be, for example, I could choose it to be, now actually, the way I choose my x should be very important. It should not be 0, it should not be minus 1, but it should be a value in between 0 and minus 1. For example, I could choose minus 0.2. If I choose minus 0.2 and I put it here, I substituted it in this equation and this equation, what answers would I get? 2 times minus 0.2 squared plus 1 minus 2 times minus 0.2 plus 1. Okay, so 2 times minus 0.2 squared plus 1, this will give me an answer of 1.08. And then this one would give me an answer, minus 2 times minus 0.2 plus 1 will give me an answer of 1.4, and 1.4 is definitely bigger than 1.08. That means this curve is on top, okay? Or it's not a curve, it's a line, by the way, okay? This curve or this line is on top of the curve. Now, since it is on top of the curve, what do we need to do? We will need to write the integral area. So now this is the curve that I'm gonna be dealing with. This is the curve that I'm gonna integrate, this is the curve or the line that I'm gonna lead with. This is very, very important to know. If it's on top, then this is the curve or the line that I am gonna lead with. How did I find out it's on top? Because my value of x, I substituted, I got a greater value of y. So what does it mean to lead it? That means minus 2x plus 1 equal 2x squared plus 1. I will move these to the other side. Not I will move this to the other side. No, I will move the other values to the other side. So now minus 2x squared minus 1 equals 0. So minus 2x minus 2x squared. Now I need to integrate this, right? How do I integrate this? Of course, I have a boundary. What is my boundary, by the way? It's 0 minus 1. Always the smaller numbers at the bottom. Okay. So let me just integrate this and integrate this. So this will be minus 2x to the power of 2 over 2. So basically minus x squared. And then this would be minus 2x to the power of 3 over 3. So it's minus 2 over 3x cubed. And don't forget about the integration. Without integration, if there was no boundaries, you would put plus c. But because there are boundaries, you don't need to put plus c. Okay? So what would it be? It would be, first of all, you put it in absolute value because you're looking at the area. Absolute value of the bigger one first, so minus 0 squared minus 2 times 0 to the power of 3 over 3. Okay, this is in brackets. Minus what? Minus 1 minus 1 squared minus 2 times 1 to the power of 3 over 3. Put it on your calculator and you're supposed to get what? You're supposed to get here 0, and here you're supposed to get an answer of what? Of minus 1 over 3. So it's gonna be 0 minus 1 over 3, which will give me what? Which will give me 1 over 3, and of course you need to put it in absolute value. So what's the answer for my area? It's gonna be what? It's gonna be 1 over 3. We'll move on to question number 10. They want us to integrate this. So integration of 70x squared, the radical x dx. Radical x, I can't keep it like this. I need to change it into an exponent. So x to the power of half. Now, these are multiplied by each other. So when I multiply them by each other, I can basically add it together, right? So 2 plus 1 over 2. What will this give me as an answer? This will give me 5 over 2. So now, basically, my whole integration is for 70x 5 over 2. Again, what did I do? I did this. I simplified this. and then I multiplied them. Because they're exponents, you add them together, and I got 70x 5 over 2. Now I need to integrate this. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 70, right? X 5 over 2 plus 1 over 5 over 2 plus 1. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 70 x to the power of 7 over 2 divided by 7 over 2. So so times 2 over 7. This is after simplification. So that's going to be 10 x to the power of 7 over 2 times 2. So basically it's going to be 20 x to the power of 7 over 2. Now 7 over 2, I cannot keep it as an improper fraction. I will change it into a mixed number. So it's going to be 3 1 over 2. You can find out by putting on your calculator 7 over 2 and then making it equal and clicking on Shift SD. You will get 3 1 over 2, okay? So that means it's going to be 20x to the power of 3 radical x, and do not forget to add the plus c. This is how you integrate. We move on to question number 11. Exactly same process of integration. Most of the questions are like this, I don't think I'm going to waste my time. But here you can simplify by division. So integration of 300 divided by 2, 150x squared, plus 24 divided by 2, that's going to be 12x. Now what do? We do integration of this and integration of this. So 150 x2 plus 1, which is 3, over 2 plus 1, which is 3. So 150 divided by 3, that's going to be 50x cubed, plus 12x, 1 plus 1 is 2, over 1 plus 1 is 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6, so 50x cubed plus 6x squared, and don't forget to add the plus c. Same exact thing over here, but we can't keep it in the denominator. We need to move it up. 120 x to the power of minus 4. X to the power of minus 4, it will be 120 x to the power of minus 4 plus 1 over minus 4 plus 1. So it's going to be 120 over minus 3 x to the power of minus 3. 120 divided by minus 3 is minus 40. So the final answer is minus 40 x to the power of minus 3. Question number 13. We've done this before, okay? But basically, what do we need to do? We need to find the value of the we need to find the derivative. They already gave us the derivative, so you need to make it equal to 0, right? And you will get 2 stationary points, x equal 2 and x is minus 6, right? So minus 6, 2. After substituting a number less than minus 6 in the derivative, I will get a positive answer. A number in between, negative, a number greater than 2, a positive answer. So it's increasing for any value less than minus 6, any value greater than 2, decreasing for any value in between minus 6 and 2. The local minimum, so it goes up, down, up. Local maximum is at minus 6. And how do I find the value there? I take minus 6 and substitute it in the original equation. I will get 256. Local minimum is at 2. I take the value, substitute it in the original equation. I will get 0. We move on to question number 13. Very important, the equation of the curve. They told us that the double derivative of this is whatever. It has stationary point at 2, 3. So what do we need to do now? This is very important, by the way. They want us to find the equation of the curve. First thing you need to do is you need to do the first integration. Integration of the double derivative, 6x minus 18. So it will be 6x squared, because 1 plus 1 is 2, over 2. So 3x squared minus 18x, 0 plus 1 is 1. And then 0 plus 1 is 1, so minus 18x. And don't forget the plus c. How do we find now the value of c? We know this is dy over dx, which is the first derivative, and it has a stationary point at 2, 3. What does it mean, stationary point? That means in the first derivative, if I substituted 2, it should give me an answer of 0, right? So 3 times 2 squared minus 18 times 2, this will give me an answer of minus 24. So 0 is equal to minus 24 plus c. That means c is equal to what? It's equal to 24, right? Plus 24. Now we need to also do the integral function again, because we have dy over dx. We need to result in dy. Okay, so we need to do the integral of this again. So it's gonna be 3x to the power of 3 over 3, because 2 plus 1 is 3, so it goes by x to the power of 3, minus 18 x to the power of 2 over 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2, so this will become minus 9x squared, plus 24 x to the power of 0 plus 1 is 1 over 1, so basically 24x, okay? plus c. How do we find the value of c? We know that if we substitute 2 in the original equation, it will give us a value of 3. So 3 is equal to 2 cubed minus 9, 2 squared, plus 24 times 2 plus c. After solving, I will get my value of c to be what? To be minus 17. Now the x-coordinate of the point of the local minimum on the curve. Okay, so now we need to go back to the first derivative, which was 3x squared minus 18x plus 24. We need to find the roots, so mod 5, 3, 3 minus 18, 24. I will get two roots to be 2 and 4. So this is a positive, right? It's a positive quadratic function. Whenever you have a positive quadratic function, meaning plus ax squared, I'm going to have plus minus plus. This is always constant, okay? So the local minimum is at 4, and what is, at 4, and the local maximum is where it is at 2. We'll move on to question number 15. Okay, they want us to do the integration of this. They want f of 4. Okay, so we need to do an integration, and whatever value we get, we need to substitute f4. Oh, okay, this is a nice question. Look at this. We need to do the integration. So I don't like to see anything like this, so I will move this up. It will be x to the power of minus half. Do integration for this, it will be 4x to the power of minus half plus 1, which is minus half plus 1, which is half, over minus half plus 1, which is half, plus 10x, 4 plus 1, 5 over 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then this is basically 4 times 2 over 1. What's 4 times 2? It's 8. Okay, so 8x half plus 2x to the power of 5 plus c. They want us now to find the value of c. How do we find the value of c? I have my point 120. So when my x is 1, my y is 20. So 20 is equal to 8 times 1 to the power of half plus 2 times 1 to the power of 5 plus c, right? So 20 minus 8 times 1 to the power of half plus 2 times 1 to the power of 5. This is going to give me my answer of c to be what? To be 10. Now, if this is the scenario, right? If my value of c is 10, then what will be the value of f4? That means I need to substitute 4 over here. Okay, so it's going to be 8 times 4 to the power of half plus 2 times 4. This is not 24, this is times. 2 times 4 to the power of 5 plus 10, and I will get my answer to be 2074. We move on to question number 16. Again, you need to do the integration of this. How do you do the integration of 49x squared, radical x? So integration 49x squared, x half, you add them together, so 49, 5 over 2, because 2 plus half is 5 over 2. Now we do the integration 49x 7 over 2 divided by 7 over 2. So it's basically like saying divided by 7 over 2. So times 2 over 7. So this goes bye-bye. This becomes 7. So 2 times 7 is how much? It is 14. So 14 x to the power of 7 over 2. Okay? Again, you make this into a mixed number, 3, 1 over 2. So it will become 14x 3, radical x, and don't forget the plus c. Question number 17. Okay, what do they want? They want the area of the region enclosed by x to the power of 3. So here we don't have any specific, like, changing in boundary. Like, we don't have a lot of x-intercepts. We only have our boundaries to be from 0 to 4. Now, this is a region enclosed by what? It's enclosed by x to the power of 3 and 16x. Okay? X to the power of 3 is like this curve. And 16x is this line over here. Okay, 16x, x to the power of 3. So actually, because the graph is in front of us, we don't need to do the intersections. Okay, so I can see in front of me, I have only two intersections, which is 0 and 4. So now I need to see which one is up. Based on the graph, I can see that 16x is up, right? So if I made them equal, it would be 16x is equal to x cubed. Now this is the leading term. That means I will have to move this to the other side. So 16 minus x cubed equal 0, right? Now we need to do the integration of this with the boundaries being 4, 0, right? So do the integration of 16x. It's 16x squared over 2, so 8x squared minus x cubed, so minus x to the power of 4 over 4. Okay, now what do? We put an absolute value because the area is always positive. One time we put 8 times 4 squared minus 4 to the power of 4 over 4 minus 8 times 0 squared minus 0 to the power of 4 over 4. So let us try 8 times 4 squared minus 4 to the power of 4 over 4, and I will get my answer to be what? To be 64. We move on to question number 18. We just need to find the integration of these. Okay, so when we find, okay, part B is a bit long. Okay, that's fine though. When we find the integration of part A, it's gonna be integration 1 over 4, 1 over 2, 2 over x5, okay? Now I take x5 up, so x minus 5. Then I do integration for this, 2x minus 5 plus 1 over minus 5 plus 1. So minus 4, minus 4. So this becomes minus half, and then x minus 4, we will bring it down, it becomes minus half over x to the power of 4. One time we substitute 1 over 4, another time we substitute 1 over 2 and we subtract. So it will be minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 4. Oh no, sorry, this should be in the denominator. Minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 4 to the power of 4 minus, again, minus 1 over 2 times 1 over 2 to the power of 4. So you put this on the calculator and you should get your answer to be minus 120. Now, for part B, okay, this is going to take a bit of time, but it's 25x4, okay, times x5 plus 1 to the power of 4 dx. First thing we focus on is doing the integration, okay? You change this to u, because we cannot focus with big numbers, so we change it to u. We don't like dx. Whenever we have u, we don't like dx, we need to change it to du. So dx is equal to du over the derivative. What is u? U is x5 plus 1. Take the derivative of that, 5x4. So now it's going to be u to the power of 4 du 5x4. I can cancel now x4 and x4. It goes bye-bye. 5 and 25, I can remove them. It will be 5u. So 5u to the power of 4 du. Now what do I need to do? I need to integrate this. U to the power of 4, it will be u to the power of 4 plus 1 over 4 plus 1. So it will be u to the power of 5 over what? Over 5. So 5 times u to the power of 5 over 5, that's going to be what? That's going to be, this is our integration. So 5 and 5 cancel and you'll be left with u to the power of 5. So x5 plus 1 to the power of 5. Now you substitute 1 and minus 1. So minus 1 to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5. Sorry, you put the bigger value first. So 1 to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5 minus 1 to the power of 5 plus 1 to the power of 5. And you will get your answer, which is what? Which is 32. Question number 19. The area enclosed by a curve 3x squared plus 2x plus 4. The x-axis and the lines x equal 1, x equal 2 is 14 square units. How did they get this? We have 3 lines, x equal 1, x equal 2, and 3x squared plus 2x plus 4. We will need to find the area. Very simply, to do that, we'll need to find the roots. First of all, for this one, we already have the roots, x equal 1, x equal 2. For this one, you put it on the calculator mode 5, 3, 3, 2, 4. I will get my roots to be imaginary. So actually, if I do solve this, I will get imaginary roots, right? So if this is the scenario, that means the quadratic is always positive, right? So that means the area between the curve and the x-axis. Oh, okay, so that means the area between the curve and the x-axis is what? Is very simply the integration of the curve, because it has what? It's always positive. It has imaginary roots. It does not have any real roots, right? Due to this, it's always going to be positive. It's never negative, so it will never intersect with the x-axis, right? So instead, the area covered by the curve and the x-axis would be what would be the integration of the curve. So let's integrate the curve. This would be 3x 3 over 3, so basically x3. This would be 2x 2 over 2, so basically x2. And this would be 4x1 over 1, which is 4x. Okay, this is the integration, right? Now what do we need to place? We need to place the boundaries. We did not put plus c because we have our boundaries, which are 2 and 1. So these will be our boundaries. So it's going to be 2 cubed plus 2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 1 cubed plus 1 squared plus 4 times 1. You put it on the calculator and you'll get your answer to be 14. We move on to question number 20. What does it say in question number 20? Okay, same exact thing. The area enclosed by the curve y equals 6x squared minus 12x. The x-axis and the line x equal 4. Okay, so what we're going to do in this scenario is we have our boundary from the x-axis. We need to find the smallest possible intersection, the x-intercept, smallest possible x-intercept, and the biggest possible x-intercept. Here, it's going to be 6x squared minus 12x. You will make it equal to 0. So you will get x is either equal to 0 or x is either equal to 2. And then here you also have x is equal to 4. So you have 0 and 4, and you have in between them 2. As long as 2 does not cross the boundary that was put for us over here, which is x4, then we will be fine. Now what does this mean? This means first of all we'll have to integrate this over here. After doing the integration, we're going to get 6x3 over 3, which is x3, minus 12x2 over 2, which is 2x3, and 12x2 over 2, which is 6x2, right? And now we have what? We have the first boundaries being 2, 0, and the second boundaries being what? Being 4, 2. Okay, and now you put them in absolute value and you add them together. I'm not going to solve it. You guys solve it. You need to substitute 1 times 2. Subtract it from 0. Substitute 4. Subtract it from 2. Or subtract from it 2. And add them together in absolute value. You will get the answer to be 40 square units. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching and have a wonderful day.